Rule number 6, safe speed. What is safe speed? If I ask you, I am not talking about right now about a ship. I am talking about you are driving a car. And I ask you, what is the safe speed at which you will be going? My question is not so difficult. You can answer very easily. There are things like on a particular highway, you will also have a speed limitation, correct? That is the rule. That means you have to follow a rule. If any place will tell you that the maximum speed a vessel can proceed is 12 knots, so you cannot go over 12 knots. Second, limitation of your vessel or of your vehicle. If even though it is written that you can go at 100 kilometer an hour on this particular highway, but your speed is only the maximum speed you can go is only 80, 70. It could be because of many other reasons. There is too much of traffic, correct? So, though the speed is gone to 100, the government rule is allowing you to continue at 100, but you are not able to go sometimes over 80, sometimes even over 50, sometimes not even 30. So, exactly saying that this is the safe speed is not the right term. Safe speed will only depend upon the circumstances at which you can maintain the maximum speed. Okay. Now, we will read the rule. Every vessel shall be at all times proceed at a safe speed so that she can take proper and effective action to avoid collision and be stopped within a distance appropriate to the prevailing circumstances and conditions. Exactly, I related with the road. Now, it is at sea. The difference between road and sea is one thing. There, your ship is moving through the water. Water does not provide resistance, and because of the movement or the momentum of the ship, your vessel will not stop so easily. So, you should be moving at a speed at which your vessel can be maneuvered safely depending on the condition of visibility, state of weather, sea and other things. Okay. How we can control the speed? We have the engine and we can reduce our engines, we can increase our engine, and if we have to reduce the engine immediately, we can even reverse them. But reversing also has got a limitation. It only reverses in crash mode. Okay. So, this is a picture of radar which is giving you the traffic density and will also help you in determining the state of visibility or within which how much distance you should be able to take proper action. Let us go to the next one, where we will come to know how we can ascertain our safe speed. In determining a safe speed, the following factors shall be among those taken into account. Number 1 is by all vessels. When we talk about by all vessels, that means now we are categorizing vessels. So, the first one is for all the vessels. The main thing is the state of visibility, how far you can see, and whatever distance you can see, whether you can take safe and effective action at that speed is the main point. Okay? So, that will determine the safe speed. State of visibility, you can see this is foggy, here it is clear, and here you are using binoculars to see how the traffic around. Intention is to maintain a speed at which we can take proper and effective action to avoid any dangerous situation or collision. Second thing is traffic density. If there is very less traffic, and there is enough sea room, you can take avoiding action easy and you can get out of the situations, and in those conditions you may even increase your speed. Okay. The traffic density including concentration of fishing vessels or any other type of vessel, that could be any type, but if the concentration is more, then you have to move through the traffic cautiously. That means you have to restrict your speed again to what speed, so that you can take proper and effective action. Now, this is for all the vessels have to follow this. Then let us go to the next one, which will say the maneuver. How we will know, how we are going to ascertain whether the vessel can be maneuvered properly or not within a particular distance. We have some guidelines like wheelhouse poster or your maneuverability diagram. These diagrams are posted in the wheelhouse, which will tell you about your stopping distances, about your turning circles, tactical diameters, etc., etc. Okay? These are all the things which are given. Number 4, at night. At night, sometimes what happens, there are background lights. Because of those background lights, that they could be from the shore, okay, or back scatter of our own light. What is back scatter? Back scatter, when the light from your own lights, like the forward masthead light, scatters due to some particles in the atmosphere and a diffused light is seen around that particular light, that is back scatter. Because of that, you may not be able to see clearly. Next one is state of wind, sea and current and the proximity of navigational hazard. Proximity of navigational hazards, you will come to know. What is going to help you to find out? Your navigational charts, your ACTIS, which are they are your anti-grounding tools. Okay. So, you have to use your anti-grounding tools and also your anti-collision tools in determining the relation to the available depth of water. Draft, that means again I am talking about, if your draft is more, you will be able to maneuver within a certain range of depth, and if the depth is less, that is out of question. Your vessel will not go, otherwise there is a risk of getting aground. So, what you do? You reduce your speed or bring your speed depending on the circumstances. Okay. In determining safe speed, the following factors shall be among those taken into account. Initially, we have seen by vessels, all vessels, we have not given any categorization. Now, in para B, we have categorized or limited it to a particular set of vessels which are fitted with operational radar. Okay. So, additionally, by vessels with operational radar, they also follow and can get assistance from these things. Now, what is that? The characteristics, efficiency and limitation of the radar equipment, okay, can help them in determining the safe speed, but while determining, they should always know the characteristics, efficiency and the limitations. It is not that when we are looking at the radar, there might be a false echo, there might be a multiple echo. Okay. So, we should know about the characteristics and efficiency of these. Any constraint imposed by the radar range scale in use. On certain range, sometimes some restrictions are imposed, so you should be aware of those. The effect of radar detection of the sea state, weather and other sources of interference. If the weather is rough, very high swell or very choppy sea, small vessel may not be detected. So, we should be aware of these things also. The possibility that small vessels, ice and other floating objects may not be detected. They may not be even detected because ice is a very good reflector. It just reflects. The And if it's a small iceberg, if you know about the iceberg, what you see on top, underneath is 9 times, correct? So, the top may not be visible, but the whatever is down is good enough to damage your ship. So, we have to be very careful when we are navigating in the areas where we can expect these broken ice pieces. The number, location and movement of vessels detected by radar. If there are only 2 ships, you can monitor them easily on the radar. But at the same time, if 20 ships are put on the radar screen, you will go mad. Monitoring each, oh, what is this fellow doing, what is this fellow doing. So, main thing is number, location and movement of vessels detected by radar. How closely you are monitoring them, that is the main. The more exact assessment of the visibility that may be possible when radar is used to determine the range of the vessel of the other object in vicinity. This is how to determine the visibility. Now you see, you are going in restricted visibility, the ship is moving in restricted visibility, and you realize that suddenly one ship appeared out of nowhere. You can just see some image. Look at your radar and try to see at what distance that particular ship is. That is, will give you, okay, so much is the visibility. So, in determining the visibility, the radar may be of great assistance. Okay.